What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Fantasy Puck video. I'm your host, Mike. Today's video is going to be on the Week 20 must-add players video. We're getting you ready for playoffs. We have a couple players that we really like on this upcoming schedule and move it into the playoff schedule that hopefully sets you up for a winning couple of weeks. Before we get into this video, guys, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you want more fantasy hockey content or just want to talk hockey, head over to our Discord. The link will be in the description below. We have over 800 fantasy hockey players in there talking hockey every day, so make sure you get in there if you're not already. And without further ado, let's jump into the must add players video. Starting off this video, we have JT Compher of the Colorado Avalanche, center and right wing eligible, 40% owned, so he's likely available in those shallower leagues. I really like Colorado's schedule for playoffs. They have arguably the best playoff schedule, easiest matchups, and the most games, so I really want to be honing in on some of these Colorado Avalanche players. Honestly, I don't see Landeskog returning this season. I feel like, the announcement that he was skating, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. Recovering from a knee injury, it could be up to a month, up to 2 months, so I don't really know. But in my personal opinion, I don't think Landeskog's returning, at least during the fantasy season. I like Compher here, line 2, power play 1 on this Colorado Avalanche team, playing 20 plus minutes per night, and he's been really good. 33 points in his last 38 games, and previously he had 8 points in his first 20 games, so he's been really good down the stretch, especially with some of these Colorado injuries that we've seen. And for Compher, not really good peripherals, but you are going to get some solid point upside and some face-off wins for those in face-off leagues. Moving on, Ivan Barbashev of the Vegas Golden Knights, recently traded from the St. Louis Blues, 27% owned, center and left wing eligible. He's coming off a career year, guys, 26 goals, 60 points, 81 games, so he does have upside. The Blues were just bad this year, and he struggled there, but the whole team did, and that's why they're kind of going to pieces right now. Maybe a new team and playing with Jack Eichel on the top line is going to help Barbashev. He played 16:50 his first game, which was about his average time in St. Louis, but hopefully these are 60 minutes and 50 seconds of just better time on ice. Moving on, Joonas Korpisalo of the Columbus Blue Jacket. We actually just got a note that Korpisalo is sitting out for trade-related reasons, but that's not really why I'm putting him in this video. Over his last 20 games, an .856 high-danger save percentage, 6th best in the NHL, a .910 save percentage, 18th best in the NHL, and he has the 18 most saves over the last 20 games. You have to keep in mind that 18th doesn't seem that good, but on a Columbus team that's giving up 4 goals a night, it's pretty good. Now, trade contenders. Buffalo, LA, Toronto. Let me know in the comment section below who you think he's going to go to, but you are able to pick up a goalie at 16% ownership that could be a starter on a cup contending team or a playoff contending team. So I would be looking to pick up Korpisalo at any time before Friday. Moving on, Anthony Beauvillier, another player that's just benefited from a trade over to Vancouver. He's finally getting first-line minutes, left wing, right wing eligible, just 15% owned, 11 points in his first 11 games of Vancouver, averaging over 19 minutes time on ice, and these are good minutes with Pettersson and Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko's been very, very hot this season. I actually dropped him in one of my leagues a while back and kind of regretting it because Chris picked him up. Anyways, 4.3 shot attempts per game in Vancouver. Previously, 3.5 shot attempts per game in the Islanders. Again, 19 minutes time on ice, which is up 3 minutes from when he played on the Islanders. Vancouver just isn't really that good, but that just means that Beauvillier has almost unlimited opportunity there to succeed with no real threats to take his job. So I like Beauvillier. Lastly, my boy, Frank Vatrano, someone I feel like I've added 20 times this season and dropped him. I just keep streaming him every night because he seems to be so good for the peripherals. Left wing, right wing eligible, 12% owned. Now, Vatrano is one of just 15 players with 10 plus shots per 60 and 4.5 hits per 60. Very, very elite stats from someone that you can pick up on free agency at just 12% ownership. Not really much competition. And Anaheim, again, same thing with Beauvillier, just not a good team, but that means there's just not many threats for Vatrano and ice time and opportunity. Line 2, power play 2, still playing 17 minutes per night, which I like to see. Now, he could be a last-minute trade deadline target. Last year, we saw him go from Florida to the Rangers. Who knows? Anaheim to Colorado? I don't know. But I like Vatrano here. I like him if he gets traded. Very good fantasy player. And now, to the next segment, I'll jump into the more of deep league players. Starting us off in the deep league players, we have Josh Manson, another Colorado Avalanche player. It was really hard to try and pick a couple. I like Devin Rodriguez, but I feel like he just hasn't done enough for me right now. But Manson's actually been pretty solid, especially with Makar out of the lineup and no timetable for return. Manson's getting top 4 minutes right now, playing about 21 minutes per night, which is what you want to see from a defenseman who's not on the top power play unit. He's just one of 4 defensemen in the league with 5+ shots per 60, 7+ hits per 60, and 4.5 blocks per 60. And again, Colorado, the best playoff schedule out of any team. So you're going to get a defenseman that's going to really help your peripherals at very low ownership and with playing the most games possible for your playoff schedule. So he's a very good deep league target with decent upside, I would say, in the peripheral categories. Moving on now to Barrett Hayton of the Arizona Coyotes, center and right wing eligible, just 6% owned over on Yahoo. Someone that's really found his game recently. First 35 games of the season, 9 points, 59 shots. Last 22 games played, 13 points, 59 shots. So 13 less games played, matched his shot total and managed to put up 4 more points, including 4 more goals. And he's playing 20 minutes per night, which is what you want to see from a player, especially someone that's on a bad team. Line 1, power play 1. Coyotes have actually been a pretty decent team. I was really surprised looking at goalie numbers. Connor Ingram's been phenomenal for them. Vejmelka, who is a massive target right now for the trade deadline, in my opinion. I think some teams should be trying to scoop him up. Anyways, in non-plus minus leagues, I think he's a very good pickup. Barrett Hayton, 6% owned. Not really any competition, similar to some of the other players here. And they want to be developing their young players. So Hayton playing tons of minutes right now, shooting the puck, putting points in the net, and playing power play 1. So I really like Hayton here. Moving on, Andrew Peeke of the Columbus Blue Jackets. With Gavrikov sitting out now because of trade-related reasons. We know Werenski's out for the rest of the season. Peeke's been playing pretty big minutes, averaging over 25 minutes over the last 5 games. This season, just been a peripheral machine, which honestly shocked me. 9 points, 64 shots, 126 blocks, and 125 hits this year. 6.26 hits per 60, 6.32 blocks per 60, 21 minutes average time on ice, one of just 5 defensemen with over 6 hits and over 6 blocks while playing over 20 minutes per night this season. Open minutes right now with this Columbus blue line, not much competition. He seems to be one of the only players here playing 25+ minutes. I love Peeke. The only downside is in plus minus leagues. Obviously, Columbus has been struggling this season. So if you're in a plus minus league, I probably wouldn't look at Peeke right now, but still, in those deeper leagues at just 3% ownership, he's definitely worth an ad. Finally, Michael Eyssimont. Who are you? No one knows. Center, right wing, 1% owned. Recently brought over from Winnipeg. The Discord's been going crazy about him, especially some of the sport bettors in there. Super deep league player, but super sneaky. 2 players this season with 11+ shots per 60 and 9+ hits per 60. Brady Tkachuk, Michael Eyssimont. This is insane to see right now. His game log's been great. Last 3 games, he has 2 points, 13 shots, 3 hits, averaging over 20 minutes per night. He's been playing great. Small sample, but his minutes are going up here in San Jose. As long as he's getting top 6 minutes, which he is right now, first line with Logan Couture, he is definitely worth an ad in your deeper leagues. 1% owned, he should be available. Giving you those hits, giving you those shots. He's almost like a great value Blake Coleman. Thank you for watching the Must Add Players video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.